Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Northwestern versus Purdue college basketball matchup on Friday, December 1st, 2023. Of course, we do tons of free picks every day. People ask us all the time which of the games we like the best. Those are the ones we put under the premium picks tab at Pickdawgz.com. You can use the discount code PICK. You'll get 15% off any of your purchases today. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays meant for people who make bigger bets, but they're not available on the website. You need to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets, text that number. But let's get to this one. We've got Northwestern taking on Purdue, one of those early season conference battles. Most of the conferences kind of have these type of games where it's like they'll play out of conference, then they'll have one or two games within the conference, go back to out of conference, and then play out the rest of the season. Those of you that are old Grateful Dead fans, it's kind of like, starting with this, into this, back into this. It's like that's at least what we like to say. But anyways, if you don't get the reference, no big deal. Basically, we got Purdue and Northwestern here in Evanston on a Friday night in Big Ten action. Northwestern enters this one 5-1 on the season. Purdue 7-0 on the season, ranked at the top of the rankings, of course, after that win in Maui in Honolulu of the Maui Invitational. The Boilers, tough as nails. They were a number one seed in the NCAA tournament last year. Got it handed to them by Fairleigh Dickinson as a 23.5 point favorite. The last time I mentioned this in every Purdue videos, the last time a number one seed was knocked out in the first round of the NCAA tournament, well, they went on to win the national championship the next year. And Purdue does look dialed in, and they have a lot of their big players back from last year, including Zach Edey, who, to me, more than just a big body, he's a guy that can really play basketball. He's a big guy that plays basketball. Certainly doesn't get a lot of credit for him. Those looking for NBA talent or whatever, you can say one thing or the other, but I think this guy certainly deserves a shot and might be a little bit better than what you guys think. We saw them have that nice win against Gonzaga, 73-63. We also saw them have that home game against Xavier, where it was a lot more of a battle than most people thought, and that win over Tennessee ended up being a 4-point game. They were only 3-point favorites over the Vols, and then won by 3 as well against Marquette. So battled some very, very good teams in Hawaii and played in some really tough games. And if you're going to be number one, if you're going to bring it home, well, we all know it's not going to be easy sledding the whole way. Northwestern has a veteran team. Their one loss came against Mississippi State, whose defense just shut them down 66-57. But they do have some guys on this team that can play. They beat Dayton earlier this season 71-66, and I think Dayton is a pretty good team as well. They were favored by 5.5 in that game. Wins over Western Michigan, that's not really going to impress anyone, or Rhode Island, and Northern Illinois, I don't care how many points you cover the spread by. Still not quite the level of a Purdue. But I do think that this game being in Evanston and Purdue going on the road for a true road game is a little bit different experience, especially in Big Ten play. I tell you, when you get these number ones coming in against these other teams, especially in the conference, it's almost like a Super Bowl for that team and that fan base. Expect them to leave it all out on the court. I'm going to take Northwestern plus the points, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll tell you how often historically all the bets on the board today have actually hit. Pair them with today's odds, putting you on the most favorable bets on the board today.